There it goes.
There we go.
There we go. There we go. Almost. I almost knew what I was doing. Almost. Almost. Welcome everyone to episode 659 of Just Jotching, my first across the country.
Wow.
How you doing, Karina?
I'm doing really good. Very, very busy at this time, of course, with the release of a new book, like you always are, and
Absolutely.
handling everything else at the same time. So
Yeah, like today is the so today I'm officially back to work. I spent 2 days traveling, and I did post a podcast on the audio last night just to get back into the groove there, but that's all I did yesterday. Today it's like, okay, I got to actually do stuff because I got to get paid and shit. So, and here I am, and so here we begin, right? So, but it's life of a creative. You're always one part advertiser, one part artist. You got to keep working, but you're also a businessman slash businesswoman slash business, whatever your gender is, and trying to. I don't judge anymore. It's just one of those things. Like I just like. I don't know if there's a right answer. It's like I'm not trying to screw it up. It's just one of those things. Like I've learned today. Everybody has their own definition of what that is. So I just
exactly.
I just shrug. I don't know, and I'm not smart enough to know, so I just don't worry about it. Just like, hi, how are you? Right. So, but no, it's never. It's a process. You're always kind of balancing being a creative versus being a ooh, that's loud. All right, being creative and being a just an artist and trying to find that happy little balance. Like today, I gotta make shit. All right, that's it. Right, that's my day today. It's like I gotta make shit. Right. Tomorrow I'm recording a show, which is kind of nice, which is kind of cool. And then Tuesday I head out to Calgary to catch up on some stuff I need to do, which is kind of neat. And the rest is just me being me, right? And then hopefully between now and then I get myself another writing gig or two. We'll see how that goes, and just keep on rocking and rolling. That's me. And you got like this big book, and you got like your zillion other video. Are you making more videos right now?
That actually, I made that trailer yesterday in one day. I made it in one day.
So, so it reminded me like of those old school video games is what it reminded me of. Like an old, like some of
Really?
the like the old school like 8-bit video games. They had the same kind of music, right? Yeah, a lot of things. Liz, I was thinking after reading about all that whole bio there, it's like she better just. I mean, seriously, at this point, she better live through this. It's like one of those things where she gets kidnapped and
I
like
take
captured
her to hell and back. I
quite a few
really
times.
do.
I think at the very end, she seriously, when Russians kidnap her again, I think at that point I'd be like, "Is this all you got? I've been here before. Just bring it. I don't give a shit no more." Right? Because after everything else she had been through up until that point, it's like I got kidnapped. I got sold to slavery. They tried to break my spirit. They couldn't do it, so they got rid of me. They couldn't get rid of me, so they got rid of me here. And I went through all these kinds of like little pits of hell. And at the very end, you're kidnapping me after everything I've been through. Oh, geez, like
everybody wants her for different reasons.
well,
And
yeah.
there's a lot of twists in the story, so I can't give away too much.
No.
But there's a reason for all the screaming, and I'm going to read you an excerpt in a bit, which will explain what is going on with that ending of the video.
All right. Well, there's a lot like again, it's just like it had a really cool vibe to it. Like you had fun with that. I could tell.
I did. Yeah, getting all the sound effects, getting all the images, the video clips. It's brilliant.
Well, sound effects is like the big thing I find because sound effects is like there's a really fine line between it being super cheesy, right? Making it feel authentic. Like there's a really fine line. It's like I was playing with sound effects when I was doing my own audiobook stuff. I'm like, for the most part, they're not necessary. They can definitely add to a story if they're done really well.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're not, it really hurts the presentation. It's like all of a sudden you hear this random like sound as you're like, why are you there? Why did you take
No,
out
you
my?
don't get that on my trailers.
No,
No
no,
way.
no. But that takes practice, right? Like I'm sure you had a few of them where you're like, yes, and then you listen and you're like, no, this seemed like such a good idea in theory.
Well,
What happened?
the bit with the hand grenade, that was just film with no sound at all. So I had
Yeah.
to find the right sound. I had to put it at the right moment when the hand grenade exploded. I'm just so happy the way it's turned out.
Well, yeah, it sounds really cool. Right? You blew stuff up and you had good bullets flying, you had screaming, but it fit the story you were telling, right? Which is what like that's the real skill. It's not I'm not by any means stretching your ability to put clips together because but in, although it might like doing it and tell a cohesive story does take skill, but putting clips together is probably the simplest of all the functions. Making it go
Mm-hmm.
together, tell a story that people can follow, that people are engaged in, right? And you're using every level, like what people see, what people hear, right? And trying to make people feel. At the
Now I
very end,
am.
when I
If
at
you
the very
saw
end,
the first trailers I ever made,
yeah,
it was clips with some text and some really, really bad music, and the cover, and that was it. And then I started using videos, and
yep.
then I started using sound effects, and it's like watching a movie basically now.
Yeah, or playing or about to get into a really cool video game. But like I said, at the very when I got to the very end, when I got into the very end, I was like the last part where she's kidnapped again. I'm like, after everything she's been through at this point, I'm not sure this would phase her at all. She'd probably be telling the kidnappers what to do. It's like, listen, like this is terrible. I could escape at any time. You need to tie me up like this. You need to do
Mm,
this. Yeah,
no, not at all.
yeah. It's not that
I
kind of
can't.
story, huh?
No,
Not that
it's
kind. No, no, no,
not
no,
at
no,
that
no.
end. Where the ending when they get her back, it's because of a rat. Someone in the Italian mafia is working with the Russians, and so they kidnap her that way. They're making sure that the Italians are fighting and with the Greek mafia, while the Russians kidnap her while she's supposed to be on her way to a safe house. So, and then when they're trying to get information out of her, it all goes wrong, and it doesn't end happy for anybody. At the end, I mean, yeah, I put her through so much shit that I've got to give her a happy ending, otherwise I'm going to lose my readers.
I just think I think she's earned it. Like just based on the descriptions, like she's kind of earned it. Like I'd be like, especially, or if she's gonna go, it's better to be really good because after everything you put her through, right? After everything you put her through, like just from the trailer part of it, I'm just saying, I don't know if kidnapping's good enough to kill her at this point. It's just like after everything she's been through, it's just like that would
They
almost
don't,
be just
yeah, that's it. They don't kidnap her to kill her. They kidnap her to get information out of her. They
yeah.
accidentally kill her.
Yes. Yeah, that would be like
Yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen. Oh shit, what do we do now?
yeah, I also was reading, it's like I was rooting for this person. You mean that's just how she dies? Really? Really? I put all this time in for this? And
No,
shit, just like
I
Karina.
couldn't leave it like that. I couldn't leave it like that. Right, shall I read that excerpt and let
If you
you
want to read the excerpt,
understand?
go right ahead.
I'll read the blurb first so people understand what's going on, and then I'll read the excerpt, which is in the office with the Marco, who's the Don of the Italian mafia, and his men. Let me read the blurb. If only she had stuck to singing in bars. If only the idea of wanting to become an author had never entered her mind. If only she'd never met Alex. That one meeting caused an avalanche of fate to clash with dangerous destiny that forced Liz Finley to become the most wanted woman in the world. Stalked by 3 deadly mafia bosses, Liz has to learn to survive, pass from one brutal hand to another, tortured and abused. It's her blood, her name, which lands her in trouble each time. Now it's up to Liz to find the strength to accept and become who she's meant to be and finally break the chains that bind her. So that was the blurb, and here is a little excerpt which should give you an idea of what went on at the end of that trailer. He went to the office and called for Luca and Stefano. Enzo, who he also wanted to speak to, was already in the office going through papers. Is everything okay? I saw you carrying Elizabeth to her room. Did she faint again? Enzo's question rubbed Marco the wrong way and he didn't answer him. When Stefano and Luca appeared, he told Luca to lock the door. Each of the capos eyed one another and knew that something was going down. Marco sat back in his chair and stared at his men one at a time. Before we begin, I want full disclosure, and I promise there'll be no reprimand for your honesty. The men all nodded. The 3 of you and Nicola, who isn't here for reasons you will learn shortly, oversaw the interrogation of Elizabeth. I want you to tell me what happened from the moment she was incarcerated. The men gave their account on what they took part in, but when Luca mentioned that Nicola offered to handle the rest of the interrogation, Marco stopped him there. You all knew about this? Si, they answered. Marco rubbed his temples. So, let me get this straight. Nicola was left alone with her for all the rest of the days that she was imprisoned. Stefano gulped. Luca nodded. Enzo folded his arms and said, What's this all about, Marco? Has the princess been complaining about her treatment? He laughed and went quiet when nobody else thought it was funny. Let me tell you something about your future queen. Damn, lost my place. Hold on. Always happens. Okay. Let me tell you something about your future queen. She single-handedly defeated 6 terrorists without one hostage being hurt. While the rest of her team were being held at gunpoint, she started knocking off the terrorists one by one until she was injected with the peanut oil and went into anaphylactic shock. The plan was to extract her from the wedding shop, was supposed to be in and out, no one gets hurt. But what did Nicola do? He bombs the place, so everyone, including her mother, was killed. As you know, no one has been released from the banquet hall. Her sadistic father gunned down everyone just so he could extract his daughter. She sacrificed herself to save lives. She's the most unselfish, genuine, strongest woman I've ever come across. And because of her illness, how she's behaved, what you've seen, you've concluded that she's weak and probably don't feel she's a good fit for me. Enzo tried to interrupt Marco, but he held his hand up to silence him. No, I don't need to hear your opinion. I've heard things. I've seen the looks, the faces, the truth you give away. First, she took the blame for all the deaths in the UK. She felt the blood of all those innocents were on her hands. And then there was a wedding shop explosion. Again, she felt she should take the blame. With all that inside her, knowing that her parents had sold her to the Russian sadist Yuri Ivanov, she was then tortured and interrogated when she knew nothing and was innocent. God damn it. He banged his fist on the table. Just the guilt she must have been feeling, whether warranted or not, was enough for her to want to take her own life. She didn't feel she deserved to live. She didn't believe she'd earned a happy ever after, and now she's suffering from PTSD. I assumed it was from her father's treatment of her. Now I'm not so sure. After the curtain and the projection screen came down on the right of the wall and
You back? Hello? We are experiencing momentary technical difficulties here, at least on Karina's end. Hold on a second here while we do that. while we wait for Karina to come back to finish her wrong word. Her amazing read. There you go. There you go. I'm saying the right word right now. Just wanted to thank everybody for real quick because I have hit community status on Twitch. Thanks to everybody that came on Friday or Thursday for Mog and Rob. Hopefully we get a little bit more going forward. While we wait for Karina to come back here, I'm just filling time and trying not to sound like a desperate man. But here's, like I said, I want to thank everybody. It's been really cool to watch my Twitch streams grow. Very close to my first 100 followers, which is I think is just a really cool little achievement. I've been focusing on Twitch primarily, not my YouTube channel. I do have a YouTube channel, Josh Pantelresco, as well. Hit the like and subscribe. Hold on a second here. I'm going to see what's going on with Miss Karina right now because, oh, there we go.
And build
You're
back
back.
the strength. What happened?
You disconnected.
No way.
You disconnected.
Oh, how long for?
Oh, for about a minute and a bit. I've been scrambling for time. I confused amazing with excessive. You missed that, and I thanked my Twitch. For bringing community followers. Right at the part where she was wishing for suicide, and that was pretty much the end of your reading, and then it just went.
Oh, right. Okay. I have to go back to a little bit because you really need to know it.
So just go from the part where she feels like she doesn't deserve to live and wanting to die of PTSD, and that was the last thing I heard.
Okay.
All right, that was the last thing I heard.
All right.
Okay,
Marco switched a button and a huge projection screen came down on the right of the wall and covered the bookshelf. His heart raced as he switched another button and the cell Liz had been incarcerated appeared on the screen. The men had almost given a correct account of their actions. Marco forwarded the video until it just Liz and Nicola. She did nothing to warrant the starvation, the beatings, the whippings, and he watched with grimace on his men's faces as Nicola rubbed salt in her cuts and laughed as she tried to scream, but her throat was so dry that only quiet screeches came out. It was when Marco watched Nico slice a lemon in half and walk behind Liz that he switched the video off and closed his eyes. There was silence in the room. Marco got out his seat and walked around, perching himself on the edge of the desk. He glared at his men. No weak woman would have survived that. From now on, I expect her to be treated with the utmost respect. Make sure she's comfortable and happy and doesn't want or need anything. Address her as your queen, as this will soon come to pass. She needs to be getting away from this house, from this toxic environment, if she's to recover and build her strength. And I intend to take her away once we've wiped the Greek and the Russian scum off the map. You asked me, Stefano, if I trusted my brother, and my answer has changed. No, I do not. I want him out of this house and nowhere near Elizabeth. Make it happen. Enzo nodded. Okay, there you go.
There we go. There's some love there. There's some love and respect, and about to be very violent. I can tell. There's gonna be heads rolling, maybe literally.
Well, Nicola is Marco's brother, and he had a big thing about the Greeks, and so when she was accepted into the Italian mafia, he was not happy about it. And so he did everything he could to
you don't belong here.
Make
You're
that
not
obvious.
Part of the team. You all right?
So when he said, I'll take over the interrogation, he did, and she got not what she deserved. And when Marco found out about that, because he didn't know, he went ballistic anyway. And Nicola's wife has already been killed they discovered that she was a rat and that she told the Russians where Liz was. And so she'd already signed the omerta. And of course, when you speak out, the penalty is death. So Nicola doesn't know that his wife has been murdered. Wait till he finds that out.
Ah, you're a soap opera fan.
No, I can't stand them.
I don't know. I think you just built a pretty good one right there. It's like,
No, there's so many twists and so many.
well, yeah.
You think you know what's going to happen, and it
I,
doesn't.
I'm just saying, like, the idea of a soap opera, of the original soap opera concept, is not that different than what you're doing. I'm not talking about the current shows with all the random, hey, we got to stay on the air because we told our good stories years ago. Ah, shit.
And we got to get some plastic surgery because we're looking really old now, and we've got to pull our faces back up.
Hey, listen. If I was getting paid that kind of money to do something like that, Botox me the fuck up. I'm that kind of right. I was talking about this. Like, there is a point. There is a point with all of us where, okay, our integrity gets compromised. We gotta walk. But let's be honest, right? So wait, how many hundreds of thousands a year, or how many, like, just I guess got to put Botox, and you're paying for that shit? I'm in. Whatever.
Those bloody shows should have shut down years ago.
Oh
I
yeah,
can't believe they're still
absolutely.
going.
What? Because people watch them for a lot of the same reasons that
So
we described.
sad. So sad.
I don't watch television. Listen. This is
No,
how
I
cool.
don't. I
No.
don't.
I'm not saying you do. You jump. Let me
Little
finish my
bit
point.
in Netflix. A little bit in Netflix.
I'm not cool enough for Netflix.
Some different kind of films. Yeah, but TV never goes on.
No,
Too bloody busy.
that's it. I don't have time either, right? Everybody's talking about the Squid Game, and I don't care. It's like, that's cool. You guys like a new show right now, and I are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, cool. So you look like you were frozen again. It's like, oh shit, this is
I was just waiting for you to
no.
carry on
So
about the
basically, what's
My
happened
daughter watched it and she loved it, and I think it's made in Korea. I don't think they
Yes,
realized how big it was going to be worldwide. I
but you
think they
never do.
thought it was a film
Yeah,
for their country, and
but
you
you never
know,
do, right? You never
but
do,
it
right?
has blown up. It
Mhm.
has blown up.
Well,
The
we live in.
Halloween costumes are sold as Squid.
Well, it's one of those things. I only read the I've only read the concept of the show. I mean, there are some interesting parables in an odd way to now, in an odd way based on just reading the concept. But it's a battle royale concept, basically. So they took it and they made it a variation of it, which is really interesting. But it's but like I said, I'm not cool. I'll watch that maybe in 20 years when I listen to podcasts, certain podcasts. I watch sports debate shows sometimes because they don't require any thought whatsoever. Like they're right, no thought whatsoever. No knock to anyone in the sports debate biz. Honestly, your topics are right. I'm not like, I don't put anything into them because, let's be honest, right? While sports do have some great merits to building character and discipline and stuff like that, I don't really care which football team wins. It doesn't matter, right? Just doesn't. So I'm not going to care. And that's
no kind of sports has interested me ever in my life. I've never been interested in it.
Oh, so again, no brain power required. Sometimes that's what you want, right? The other no brain power required thing I do watch sometimes is professional wrestling. No brain power required, right?
WWC.
No, I don't watch that. Actually, I don't watch them. I don't watch them. No, I watch one of the newer promotions that came out. It's old school wrestling, kind of just reimagined, kind of. So it's fun. So I enjoy that. To the rest, meh. It's like, and then
I'd be working and I'd have YouTube on, but I'd have the karaoke and I'd be singing while I'm working, and that would be the only time the TV goes on.
Oh, so the other thing I do is I play video games, Like that's my other major thing. But I find video games have, like, depending on which game you play, they have actually more engaging stories than what you get on television because you interact with it, right? So you help create the story you see, so you get a lot more out of it than I'm watching the Squid Game. That's cool. It's entertaining, but
you wait till the video game comes out.
I'd rather
It's
play.
probably already made.
Yes. Well, that's just it. It's just one of those things where I just look at it and go, that's more interesting to me because I get to do something in it, right? My dream, if I ever get like this big blow up for any of my franchises, television, nah. I mean, sure. I am that kind of whore. I'm okay with that. But hey, listen, I'm an honest guy. I'm just being very honest about this. Like, yeah, hey, there's a price tag. I'm a businessman. You can I'll listen to you, but my dream would be a video game because that's a bigger industry. Number one, number two,
You should be one of those testers that test out all the new games.
I'd be fun, but except I would rather I just rather just play them for fun. Like I do enough creative things that, like, I'm making money making videos now. Like I can't talk about it yet, but I'm literally, like, when we're done here, I'm gonna go out to take care of some business, but when I come back, I'm filming for like a few hours today, and then tomorrow I'm filming again for another few hours tomorrow, just because that's my job, one of my jobs now. So
There you
that's right.
go.
I do videos now. What the hell? How
Remember what I said to you last time we spoke, that when opportunity knocked, you open that frigging door and you walk and you grab it by the balls and you take it and you run with it. And that's exactly what you've done and what I've done. And we're going a step up now, even more than what we're doing at the moment. And it's brilliant.
It's the nature of creativity. Like the idea today of I just want to be a writer isn't realistic anymore, right?
You can't make a living as a writer unless you've got an agent and you've got a publishing deal and you've got a merchandise and you've got a movie deal coming out. Then you can start making money as a writer.
Well, see, I'm going to push back slightly. I think it's what people think a writer is versus what a writer can do. For example, fiction writing requires a lot of sales. And what I mean by that is it's not just readers buying your books. It's companies buying your properties. That's where the money is in writing, right? It isn't so much book sales are a big part of it. Don't get me wrong. But the B2B, which is, hey, turn my wonderful intellectual property into a video game or board game or television show or movie
and to do that you need to have an agent, because it's the agent that sorts all that out, and then they get a piece of the pie as well, so you're getting even less royalties.
Actually, you don't. This is the interesting thing. You don't anymore. I'm watching the Kickstarters for comic books. Sometimes these companies are coming to you. So the agent's like, "Oh, please pick me because you got a deal on the table. I just all my job is to do is not fuck this up." All right. That's it. All right. They want it. You want it. So all I gotta do is just not fuck this up, and we're all good, right? And golden. But we're in an age now where content's in like this infinite demand, right? And there's almost like an infinite demand for content. Now, no one can tell it. Now, the problem is there's so much content out there and there's so much demand, it tends to niche out. But like in terms of like me making a living selling a book, like just a book is not happening.
It's not going to happen.
No. But me going like this, hey, I'll write something for you for like monies, like nonfiction stuff. I've been making money doing that. I've been making money with my podcast. I've been making, again, and I'm just a small fish, kind of just slowly building up.
Mhm.
right? Slowly building
That's
her.
how it starts, Josh. You know that. That's how it
Yep.
starts. I've just started doing something else. I don't know if it's going to take off or not, but it's called help out. Um, hold on, help out, help reporters out, and basically you become a source, and they'll send you an email list of all these articles they're writing and see if you can be a source and help them with their article. You
Ah.
don't get paid, but your name is on there, your link or whatever is on there. And so you're helping them out doing it for free, but there's also a chance of you getting in with the right people and also getting your name out there. So that is
So
my next step up. So
there
I'll see
is a
how
way.
that goes.
There is a way to make money with that. Would you like to hear it?
Go, shoot.
Do that with television networks. Seriously. There is always, so you watch. I'm not saying you should. As a general rule of thumb, it is a terrible idea to watch North American news of any kind and variety. It is a terrible idea. Not because it's not a, how do I put this? It's not for healthy people. That's how I
No,
actually look
yeah,
at the
no,
net.
I agree. I know what
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
on. Yeah.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing there. They're always looking for expert witnesses. And so what you do is, and it's right, is if sometimes, now this is back in the old days when faxes were still a thing, mind you, right? But it's still work. It's still, the idea is still the same thing. If you're the first one that goes, oh, me, I know all about this topic, they get you on the air. They pay you, right? They
Mm,
do pay you for that. So I'm sure there is some terrible news networks in Greece somewhere that are looking for experts on some of the things you're doing. And yeah, all right,
probably
you just,
not.
oh, you
Not in
never know.
Greece. No, not in
Well,
Greece.
maybe you never know. Like, here's the thing: it doesn't hurt to look, right? The
No, it
worst that
doesn't
can
hurt
happen.
to look. No, no. Like I said, I came across this thing by accident and I've been on it 3 days. I've had 5 pitches and I've had 2 already come back to me. So,
Yeah, so there you go. No, for me, my next step is, so tomorrow I get to announce something else really cool I've worked on. So we'll see where that leads and where that goes. But no, see, I made a really, it's interesting. I just realized I'm not employable anymore. I'm just not, because I just don't care.
you're a free man. You do what you want.
Pretty much.
You work when you want. That's what a freelancer does.
Yeah.
Takes the work that they want, not what they're pressured into doing. Working when they want, working for how much they want. That's what
Yeah,
freelancing is all about.
it's a process basically, but yeah, I am becoming basically, like I said, I mentioned this before. I'm becoming a well paid. I am becoming a well paid expert at what I do. That's the whole goal. So your first step is figuring out your niche. I have a big mouth. That's my niche. I have a,
No comment.
see. Here's the thing. I'm on. See, people are like I always, they look for ulterior motives with me. It's like there's no reason for me to have them because I'm just honest about it. And just see, this is what happens. I'm so honest, you cannot help but laugh. You're like, right? This is like, I can't even argue with what he's saying because he's just that blunt, right? Right. So I mean, you can disagree with me about the grand conclusions of some things I have, but you're never going to just question my honesty. So and that's just it, right? So I'm just going to do my thing, and you're going to pay me for it, or I'm not going to do my thing because I am comfortable just doing nothing. And that's a it's a really hard thing. Is you have to stick to your principles, whatever they are, as a freelancer. I mean, we do need money, and there's pressure that way, and you need to get work. But at the same time, um, you gotta be willing to like go a while without, like, the month of September, I didn't make a dime. Now I made
Mm,
money in October for stuff I've done in September, and something
mm.
I like tomorrow I get to launch something really cool. But again, my expertise is my big mouth. I'm good at talking. I'm good at interviewing people. I'm good at just doing this, and I'm good enough that people respect it. That's just what it comes right down to. And if there people will respect it, people will pay for it. That's kind of how I look at it. And that sounds very businesslike, but that's the bottom line. Like,
That's how it works. That's how it works. I mean, I was asked to join this podcast club, and it was to collaborate. But you needed to. Oh, they'll find you guests, and they'll send you a list of people that want to come on your show. But it's all free. And I was like, oh, that's great. But I'm sorry, I charge for my show. I invite the people that I want, and I don't charge them because I need them for my show. I want to give them that promotion, so I won't charge them, but it is my business.
yeah. Well, my product is like the true like thing about a podcast is your product's your audience. That's what it really comes down to. Your content's how you entertain them. That's always been the way it goes. So that's the nature of the business of the podcast, and you have to understand that. So I have no problem getting people to come on my show. Like, I've never had that problem, and the more I've opened up, the more people seem to want to come on. I'm so dead next week. I got both Mog Park and Anvu to come on to draw. I'm the adult in this room. We're screwed. We are so screwed, right? But that's what it comes down to.
I heard someone contacted me and said there is a NaNoWriMo for podcasts happening from the 1st of November, and you have to do a show every single day.
Hi, I can't do that. I actually can't do it.
I'm like, okay, I've got my paying ones, and I could grab some people, so I have one every day. I could do that. What's in it for me? You know?
No, that's a legitimately good question, right? At some point,
it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Well, at some point, this is the thing. And I guess this is a completely a freelance point of view. At some point, you recognize I'm putting all this time in. What am I getting out of it? You got to ask yourself that question. I've produced shows. I'm right now again under contract doing something I can't talk about right now, so I can't do it. I can't do a NaNoWriMo. I'm under contract. That's just the way it is. It's like I'd like to, but I'm getting paid. Are you paying me more money to do this? And how much more money are you paying me to do this?
They
Because
called it nanopod promo, nanopod promo. They called it, and it's been going on for about 17 years now. And
I believe it.
I've only just found out about it. I would love to do it if my podcasts were live, because then there'll be no editing, and I could do it, get done, finished, and wipe my hands. But it's not. It's recorded, which means it needs editing, which needs it's just, I don't know if I can do it. It's a lot of work for me.
Well, I mean, I'm good because I make a legitimate ass of myself all the time, so no editing required here. But no, I actually I do edit the show. I've gotten it down to a point that I just do it almost on automatic at this point, right? Partly because, hey, my equipment's finally gotten better. Yay! That's part of it. But the other part of it is, I've done this for so long that I don't really have to think about it anymore. I just do it. It's just like, so I'm at that interesting point where I can edit something really fast, but you're still paying me more for that, because to get to that point, I put in a lot of hours to do that.
Exactly. So yeah, but like I said, things like that, opportunity knocks. You hear about these new things, you don't know if they're going to work or not. You grab it, or you walk away, or you give it a go, and you don't know. And lately, things have just sort of been dropping in my lap lately, and it's like,
good.
Yeah, do I run with it? Do I try? Do I give it a go? It's totally different from writing now. You must have saw a post on my page about the singing.
Yes.
That's just blew my mind. That's just blew me away. I've been singing all my life, and I have a medical condition now that affects the throat, so I can't sing the range that I used to be able to. And when I heard about this world karaoke contest that's been going on for 20 years or so, and 2 days left to apply. And because my country, Greece, didn't have their own team, I was allowed to record myself on a video and send it to them. And then they would, like it, maybe ask for another one, get me in. Sent it in, got back to me. You're straight through to the finals. You're representing Greece in the World Karaoke Championships. I was like, holy shit. How did that happen?
Magic. Sometimes it's just meant to be. Sometimes it's just how it goes, right?
I mean, we are talking Japan, Korea, Australia, England, Germany, France.
Sometimes
Every
like that's just
country.
it. Sometimes, honestly, the people that get these opportunities are just the people who just answered the phone. Like one of the dumbest. Like I have this rule, and it's my rule 1: show up. It is the dumbest rule in the world. It really is. But you know this as well as I do. As a freelancer, that's your whole bread and butter. Here I am. I can do a job.
2 days to pick a song, rehearse it, get the video done, and get it sent to them.
Yeah.
And I did it. And then when they said, right, we need another video now, because the next one is November the 5th. And so I sent them in the next one. And I won't know till November the 5th if I'm through to the next, because I'm in the finals, but they have 3 stages. There's 70 singers now in the finals, 70.
That's okay.
And they are professional singers, half of them.
So?
Yeah, I know.
No. So, okay. No. Now we gotta have a little come to Jesus meeting, because I can see this now already. It's like, what am I doing here? Is the big thing in your head, and I get that. It's like, what am I doing here? It doesn't matter how you got here. You're here. So you got nothing to lose, really.
I haven't. I feel like if I don't get through to the next round, I've won already, because I'm representing my country in the finals.
So then, can I give you just teensy tiny little bits of advice then?
Go on.
Teensy tiny. Don't worry about who you're fighting against. Have fun.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
That's
what karaoke is. Karaoke is all about having fun.
Yeah,
I've enjoyed doing the videos and acting and what have you.
That's
it's I think they do 40 points, and it's to do with artistry, the voice, the song choice, and the presentation. So you're not just standing there singing with the microphone. You're not going to get anywhere. You're having to play to the camera. And yeah, I'm having so much fun doing that.
So then don't worry about it. Then don't worry about it. Just like, I'm here with these. I don't care why you're there. First off, 1, you sing all the time. You're good. Right? First and foremost. I even when you talk, sometimes I can almost hear it in the back of your head. You kind of want to sing. You always kind of want to sing. It's who you are. It's okay. First off. Second, like you said, you have nothing to lose. So you have a rare freedom. Some of these other people are going to take this a lot more seriously than you. Now, that comes with that. That does come with some pros, right? They're gonna want it. They might want it a little bit more than you do. However, there's a double-edged sword with that though too, right? Because they take it so seriously, they're not going to consider certain avenues that you might just do, because you're going to be like, what's the most fun way of doing it? And that might stand out even more, because here's the deal, right? You're having fun, and that translates on a camera. And
do you know what should be taken in account is that England, US, Brazil, they've had this championship going for months to find the final 3 to enter into the world contest. their prizes are probably bigger than the actual world contest final prize.
Sure.
With what, massive trophies they've been given, and they've gone through rounds and rounds and rounds to get to the final 3. Now, these people that have been in this competition, they've had help with their singing, help with their presentation, help with their costume.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it without any help.
Yeah, that's right. So
It's all me. I'm hoping they take that in account.
But that's a big ego stroke anyway. Think about that. You got there. You did none of that bullshit. Hey, all that work and prep you did, fuck that. I'm here. I'm here because I'm that damn good. And you gotta have that confidence going in. Just be confident and have fun. And it doesn't matter, as you say, it doesn't matter if you see another round. Who cares? What matters is, well, how can I have the most fun right now?
Yeah.
You're creative, you're talented, you're a wonderful human being. And anything you do at this point is totally gravy, right? So have a blast. And hey, you can say, listen, and taking it from a guy that will be living vicariously through you, I have destroyed. Like I went on karaoke about 2 years ago in Ottawa, and I literally killed a song. It died right on stage with me. It just died. To the point that I actually Facebook tweeted the next day, for those of you who are Aerosmith fans that heard me last night.
Oh, no, you didn't do an Aerosmith.
I did.
One? Which one?
Falling in Love is Hard on the Knees. I actually did a hard one, not because it's hard for a couple of reasons. I was able to do it 20 years ago. 20 years ago, I was regularly listening to the song, so I could actually mimic it and do it well, right? But I just couldn't do it. You don't realize until you're actually on stage. And I did this song 20 years ago, right? I could do it today. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. You gotta be in practice, right? Now, that all said, I had fun with it anyway. You don't, again, karaoke, building about karaoke, you don't have to be good. Thank God,
it's supposed to be for fun. Yeah, it's supposed to be for fun. Exactly. Yeah. It's not supposed to be for professional singers, amateurs.
But even hey, even professionals need to have fun too. Listen, it's just one of those things where you gotta look at it and go, okay, can I do like a YouTube song like "Bullet the Blue Sky" as if Queen was singing it? That way, right? Doing stupid stuff like that, right, is hilarious, right? Now, I don't have the chops for that, but there are certain musicians that be like, hey, that's a fun little challenge. And can you take this? Can you take Princess of the Universe by Queen, and could you sing it from like a metal standpoint, like Amon Amarth? Like go completely in a different realm with it, because great cover songs can be discovered that way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. So I don't mind.
I mean, like I said, I don't know what will happen with the next round, but I've already practicing the next song, because you only have about a week till the following video has to go in for the next judging. So if I say to you that I've ordered a black jacket, white shirt, black sunglasses, and a black hat, what do you think I'm going to be singing?
Something with Michael Jackson.
No, I didn't mention the glove. Come on, think.
I'm thinking it's a hat.
Black sunglasses.
Black sunglasses.
Black tie. Black tie.
Oh no! What kind of hat? What kind of hat?
Oh shit! What are they called? Is it Trilby? Trilby hat.
I don't know what that looks like. Sorry.
I bet there's loads of people watching right now, and they're shouting the answer at you.
No, they're not, because unfortunately, they will be shouting at me later. I'm almost certain they will be shouting at me later. It's like, it's this person, you silly goose, when they listen. Yeah, watch it. So usually during a show like this, like sometimes I'll get people to come. Like my Thursday show was huge. I broke community for the first time ever on Twitch. So now I have a community. I gotta put armies of people together. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, but usually my show gets watched later on Twitch. It gets watched a little later on. right? And it's my audio. But okay, in my case, it's weird. The moment I started doing videos of this, my audio blew up, which is a weird. I don't understand it exactly, but it's like me doing partly because of how much I do this, I think. But for whatever reason, it translates well in the audio. So I just, I'm just quietly becoming. It's like, come watch my show because Lord knows I'd love more interaction. But when I do get, it has slowly grown and it has slowly become more of a, it has become more of a thing. It's just one of those situations where, you know, they usually the live one, it gets only a small group of audience. Sometimes they just want to lurk. Sometimes they want to do, and then they're listening to us and going, eh. And I'm like, okay. And I still have no idea. All this to say, I have no idea who you're covering. I'm sorry. I'm terrible. What's the song?
Blues Brothers.
Ah, you're doing Blues Brothers.
Now do you recognize the outfit?
Yes.
And the hat and the sunglasses.
The hat, like the Trabe hat. It's like I honestly didn't know what that was. Like, okay, what kind of hat? Was it like a top hat? Was it like, because there are different hats that do different hats, right? So yeah,
but
which Blues Brothers song?
Sweet Home Chicago.
Nice.
Yeah. So just in case I might get through, I have the next one ready to go.
But you know what? Just like, you know what? I'm gonna have some fun. And hell, even if you don't get through, maybe you should just do it anyway as a fun little bonus.
I'll put it up. Exactly. If I don't get through, I'm going to put it up on YouTube anyway and just have, let people laugh about it. And
no, it's like, screw you hippies. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you World Karaoke Championship finalist, video extraordinaire. You're getting a lot of titles, by the way. I don't know if I can actually do this in one line anymore. Writer.
They are getting a bit big now. Yeah, my titles are growing. It's wonderful. It's lovely.
It's like I have so many. Well, see, as long as you're paid, it goes accordingly. See, here's a little sneaky thing, right? I realized this. It's like when I first showed up working for a writer I worked for, it's like they were giving everybody else titles but me. It's like, you don't have a title. It's like, that's true, but that's okay. I'm just me and I'm still getting paid. It says the moment I get a title, if I'm paid the same amount of money, it's actually a demotion. It's like, they actually thought about that for a second. It's like, it's a demotion because if I get that means I'm doing more work for less money. I'm not down with that.
Title, the money goes up. The
money goes up. You can get any title you want.
Yeah, in hindsight, it should. Yeah.
No. Like, call me the blue ribbon rainbow man, and that's my title. I'm good with it. I don't care if you're paying me. It's like I will wear that with pride. Again, this is so sad but so true. It's just like, Josh, are you all about the money? Well, not all about the money, but in terms of like what I get in terms of titles, awards, and stuff like that, yeah. Because I mean, everything you have serves a purpose, right? That's the idea. Serving the purpose of Karina Kantas is now a bigger name. She can now advertise. Like, honestly, when we get off the air, I'm going to actually present to you an idea that you might not have considered, right? And probably would make you some decent coin too.
Yay!
So, yes.
Bring it.
Yeah, we'll do that off the air. But for on the air,
everyone has to go out and get my book if you like dark mafia romance.
That's right. That's right.
You have to go and get it now. Pre-order it now on Kobo, Apple, and Nook, or contact me directly, and I will sell you a Moby for your Kindle.
Could you do me a wonderful favor, Miss Karina? And could you give me actually? Could you give me a link so I can actually put it on the show?
I can. Where do you want to go? Private chat.
Private chat will be totally be fine.
Okay, I actually know it off by heart. There you go.
Hey, that's awesome.
My glasses, because I'm blind as a bat. Okay.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, and because I am not on Amazon and I'm getting a lot of shit for that, you can actually contact me directly and get the Kindle from me for the ebook, the Mobi file from me for your Kindle, because you can't buy it off Amazon.
So why that approach?
It's something new, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. The paperback will be on Amazon because it's going through Ingram Sparks. There we go. I think that's the one. The ebook is going through Draft to Digital, which would take Amazon if they didn't turn around and say to me, "Oh, you've did your tax papers wrong, so we can't allow you to go through Draft to Digital with Amazon." Okay, that's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be. I have 13 books on Amazon, and I have my new book on Draft to Digital. You can buy directly from me. I'm going to sort something out on my website so you can buy directly from the website. It comes out on the 2nd November. So buy it now. So you've got it, and it's going to come straight back onto your reading devices on the 2nd November when it's released. I'm really excited about it. I'm so proud of this book. I've had so much fun writing it. And I know that those that love that genre are going to love this book. And the twists and that you just won't see coming. And so I can't wait till the reviews come in, and hopefully I'll get a few stars and no 3 stars or 2 stars or 1 star, please.
I see. Honestly, I'm a horrible human being. Give me 1 stars all day long. As long as I got plenty of them, that's fine. Because I know I sound really horrible about this, but I realized something very valuable. Like I would, no, don't get me wrong, I want my stuff to be loved. I mean, we all want our stuff to be loved, but I think more importantly, I want my stuff to have an impact. Right? I find 2 stars is like the worst reviews because they hate your book and they actually have a reason to hate your book, and sometimes they're right. 1-star
if
reviews.
If you get lots of the same comment, then yeah, you've got to listen to them.
Yeah, it's like, God damn it, you're right.
But then again, my book isn't on Amazon, so people aren't going to be reviewing it on Amazon.
No,
so
but
they're going to be putting reviews on places that I've never had reviews before.
Yeah. So that's it. That's it. So I mean, so going for this,
it's an experiment.
Yeah.
I think I've shot myself in the foot, but it's an experiment.
No, I'm
not
necessarily. How it goes. You know, honestly, like I'm a sci-fi guy, so like if I look at the algorithms, it makes sense for me to stick with Amazon. Kind of does, right? It just does.
It does for every author, but that pisses me off because they have the monopoly of it, and I don't. Not every
genre though is the same. Has the same value. Not every genre has the same.
I feel, and I got my head bit off today on one of the one of the groups for saying it, but I feel like the Amazon authors are the ones that are pushing the price down of the book, giving it 99 cents or free, and that pressures you then to put your book down in price to make sure you get sales. I don't want that. And I feel that, I may be wrong, but I feel that in Barnes & Noble and Kobo and Apple, yes, there are 99 cents books and free, but not as many as there are in Amazon. And I'm with a publisher. I want my publisher puts his prices, so I can't sell my book for 99 even if I wanted to, which I don't want to because it's taken years. It's worth more than that. I want to be taken seriously, and the rest of my books are on Amazon from 99 to $2.99, and this one is going in the shops. This will be the first book, Josh, in 27 years that you will be able to go into a store and pick the bloody thing up off the shelf. And that is just, it is like a dream come true for that to happen for me. So that's why this book is really important for me, that it does well with ebook, and of course when the paperback comes out with Ingram Sparks.
So I had a really cool. So for me, that actually happened very early on to getting stuff into the bookstore. But my favorite bookstore experience was in Windsor, Ontario. Not this last time I was there, but prior to that, I was visiting. I was in town. So I go to this used bookstore. It's a cool little used bookstore. I'm like, hey. I saw I had this little section for indie books. I'm like, yeah, why not? Just ask. Would you guys carry my book here? She looked at my book. It's one of my poetry. She actually, I'll show you. Give me a second here. That's one of mine.
Yay!
So I come in with this book. This is my first book from 24. Like this is from 2015. Okay. So I come in, and I go, would you like to carry that book? She's like, I don't know. I don't think we could sell that. Literally, a customer walks in behind me, goes, hey, that looks really cool. I'll buy it.
No!
Yeah, I saw it. Like legit. It's like one of those. You never
serendipity.
Yeah. So she looked at that. She looked at me. Shrugged. It's like, okay, sure. Because proof of concept, right? Proof of concept, right? And that's a big thing. Proof of concept is a very big key. So it's one of those situations where you have to look at. So for me, my goal has always been just, hey, I don't care. I got nothing to lose. Just go for it, right? The worst I can tell you is no. But on that note, I mean, you hit a bookseller. You got probably a section to yourself. Karina Kantas, new releases.
Lost ya. Can't hear you. There we go.
There we go again. So basically, what it says, like the indie corner is a stop. Whereas now you got like this like cool. You're in the new section. You made it to the bookstore, and congratulations, that's a huge thing, right? So now you know the next, right? You're gonna be #1 New York Times bestseller.
I have to sell a few books to get there, but that's the ultimate goal, you know. It's not why I write. I write because I have to write. I'll go frigging loony if I don't get these voices out of my head and get the scenes down on paper. I have to write. If no one buys my book, I'll still be writing and still be publishing. But this book that's just been released, Broken Chains, will be, as I said, the first book in up to 36,000 stores Ingram Sparks distributes to. And I just need a picture of someone going into Walmart or Target or Waterstones in the UK and taking my book off that shelf. And that's it. That is, I could go higher, but for me, that is the ultimate thing for me. You know, that is my ultimate goal. And it's taken 27 years, and it's hopefully, fingers crossed, it will get there.
It might. Like, just keep doing you. Keep being like seriously. Why? If you could find a way to do some product placement in your Blues Brothers like cover, that'd be why not? Why not?
Hey, baby, won't you come along? Show my book in the camera. Hey.
Why not? What the hell? Right? But I mean, it's one of those situations, right? Where you gotta just look at yourself and go, I got nothing to lose. There's no rules in this game. Like the one thing I think a lot of people have to realize is there's no rules in this game.
No.
It's not about how you get there, really. It's really about just getting there, however that looks like for you. And for most of us, that's what most of us, I think the biggest problem for most of us is we seek permission from other people to go do these things. When you just have to realize you didn't need that permission at all to begin with. All you had to do was just be yourself. I know it's such a lame cliche, but no one told me gave me permission to podcast. I just went and did it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I just went
I
and
don't
did it.
know. It just happened. It just happened. It
Yeah.
wasn't. I wasn't on someone's podcast and thought, oh, I could do this. I've been a host of a radio show for 5 years now, and I just thought, wouldn't it be great to have these interviews face to face, more intimate, no script, just talking, just let it flow. And I thought, yeah, why not? What's stopping me from doing that?
Yeah, exactly.
And then it took off and got bigger and went from writers to artists, and so
I drew skulls on my on my last podcast with my sister. She actually showed up and we did a drink and draw. I drew skulls. Like, and things I never thought I'd do. Just right. So it's one of those it's one of those things where you just look at it and kind of just look at it and go, wow, I did this and this thing happened. That's life, right? That's life. That's the way it goes.
life.
Yeah, it's you gotta make a choice of who you're going to be, because the truth of the matter is there really is no rules. It's all about what you're willing to live with in terms of consequences, right? So what you gotta make a decision with who you are as a person is, who are you going to be? What are you gonna let yourself become? And are you gonna let anybody else tell you what you can and cannot do?
Definitely
Right?
not.
Yeah. So that's true at any point in history, any point in time. So you got to decide what game you want to play, how you want to do what you're going to do. And for everybody, that's a little different. But I mean, you don't need permission. And now, like I said, you have a title, like your title screen. Like seriously, as an obnoxious business card prank, you should take Karina Kantas, make it in big letters, and then put all the titles and try to just as a big giant run-on sentence.
Yeah.
Right. And somewhere in the end there, it's like, dear God, I have so many titles. What the hell? Why not?
Oh, I love it.
Why not? There's no rules, right? Like it's all about just how you want to present yourself. Like you talk about presentation mattering. Presentation does matter, but it's all about like who do you want to be, where do you want to go, how do you want to do it? And for everybody that's a different answer, right? And so in my case, for example, right, I don't care. I've gotten my share of awards. I've been nominated, I've done that thing. So I don't care about awards. I don't care about titles. I don't care about, because none of that means a damn to me. What I care about is making contact with people. That's what I care about. If I get an award, cool. Right? Cool. Right?
And you're always learning from your guests. It doesn't matter who you have on the show. You always learn something from them. Mm-hmm. It's amazing to hear about their journey and how they got where they are and what their goals are and what their path is. And you always learn something from them. And I think that's the best thing that, for me, about the show, about doing the podcast, is meeting all these people. And you make connections, which is brilliant. But it's meeting all these people and different walks of life. I mean, I do everything: artists, musicians, writers, directors, actors, whoever comes on my show, and everyone has got their story to tell, and it's just absolutely fascinating. And I think that's why I do what I'm doing. I'm going to continue doing it because I love it.
Yeah. Well, so let me tell you what I've learned from you. And I do think, I know, it's up to you. What do you think, Miss Karina? Do we have a wonderful interview here?
Yes, we do, apart from when the reading crashed out.
Yeah, that's okay. So
it's raining outside. I blame it on the weather.
Blame the weather. Go right ahead. Just don't shake your fist too hard, though. They might say it's lightning, and then you'll disappear before we wrap the show up.
Well, it's not forecast, but who knows? This is Greece.
Yeah, I don't know what the weather like there, but there is such a thing as tempting fate. I do believe in that. So there's a point where it's like I can have some fun, but it's like if I hear flashbacks, like I'll be good. But listen, I'm gonna leave with a compliment here. So here's what I've learned from you. You're living proof that if you just go out there and do stuff, good things happen. You're living proof of that. You're making videos that you never thought you did just out of the book trail. You just went and did it. You're a finalist for a World Karaoke Championship. Ladies, and she's legitimately, so I can honestly say now I've interviewed a karaoke professional, quote unquote. I can actually say that now, right? But you're living proof. I mean, all you've done is you've just shown up and did it. That's awesome. And good results have come your way. So that is the life lesson, right? For you is just do what you're led to do and good things will happen.
Opportunity knocks, grab it by the balls.
That's right.
And run with it. That is I've said that so many times, but that is, maybe that's my motto. Maybe that's my saying. I'm going to carry on saying it because they're just landing in my lap. And it's up to me now whether I run with them or walk away. But that happens not just for me, that happens to so many people, and they're too scared to take that step. And they could be missing out big time. If it's not going to cost you anything.
Let's see, here's the thing. So this is the hardest thing, people. So the paradox of success is you can do everything right and still fail. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the paradox. Ironically enough, if you don't do any of those things, though, you have no chance of success. That's the paradox of success. So here's the thing. It's hard to do everything you have into something and get no. It's crushing. Right? It's crushing. But okay, so I did a very interesting little article this week. I actually I had people read it. I had some really good back and forth on it because it's a controversial topic, right? I did a comparison of 1930s Germany to the world, and the parallels are there. And so, like, I wrote it. Good, bad, or indifferent. I had some good conversations, arguments, but I did the research. I sourced everything I could, did everything I knew how to do. There's only one part I kind of went off, like, where do we go from here and how do we change course, change direction, and fix this? But that's it. Everything else was backed up. Everything I said, every point I made. So I got my response from the publisher, the place I pitched it to was, it was too opinionated. Ouch. Especially since everything was backed up. Everything I tried to say was backed up. But I did my best. I did the absolute best I could with what.
Exactly.
Right.
At least you tried. Yeah.
Yeah.
You pick yourself up. You dust yourself off, and you carry on.
Yeah, and you go again. But everything leads somewhere. Even the failures, lead somewhere. But the thing is, you have to be willing to. You have to have. Can you handle failure when you put everything into it? And then let's go to the second step. Can you handle success, Miss Karaoke World Champion? Oh my gosh, I'm against all these singers, these world-class singers. Who cares? You're here. That's all that matters. Right?
I made it!
That's right. That's it. There's no other rule in this game. I don't care what your credentials are. You're here. That's all that matters. Right? So the thing about that is, so with success comes expectations. It does, because you know you can do it for yourself more than anyone. It's not anyone else, really. It's yourself. Hell, you did this. Why can't I top this? That's a hard thing. You and your imposter will have lots of conversations, and some of them will end with you swearing at your imposter. Fuck you, man. You can't tell me what to do. And the imposter goes, but what about shh? You had to talk. No, done. Right? But the thing is, people are used to failure. Failure doesn't require any expectations. Right? So often people will sabotage themselves. Right? Sometimes people will choose to do something very deliberate. If I speak out about something I don't agree with, there's a risk. Your daughter?
No, husband is going off to
Ah,
work.
hello, Mr. Kantas. Nice to meet you. But that's the thing. Like, there's an expectation when you succeed, and failure requires none. So the easiest path is to do nothing. It's the easiest path because you just do not.
It's the
It,
wrong path.
oh, of course it is.
You
But a
know,
lot of people, because you know what failure looks like. What does success look like?
it depends how you see it as. Someone wants to be New York Times bestseller and they think of that success. I'd like a 5-star review on my new book. I'll be happy with that. I've made success. It's um, how people take success, what they feel is their ultimate goal. For me, it's always little things.
So what's your crazy pipe dream? You gotta have one.
Well, with my book, it's to get loads of sales without the help of Amazon and to get my book in all the bookstores and to make sure that people are buying them. It's then to maybe get through to the next round. Just one more round would be nice of the karaoke contest. As with Author Assist, I'm doing so well there. I've got a new client starting next month. I can't take any more work on at the moment. So that's really good. Working on a trailer for a client. So I can't go any further with that at the moment. But now I'm just so happy and satisfied and privileged and I feel good where I am.
You're
Yeah,
happy. You're
I'm
happy.
happy and
That's
I'm
good.
satisfied. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I have 2 crazy goals. 2 of them. First is
Take over the world.
no, that's too much work. I'm lazy. I'm lazy. Also, that to be perfectly fair, although I don't think I'd be the worst guy in charge, I'm certainly not the best guy either. I'm openly crazy. It's just like all right, in the world would follow. So with me, people would be chasing their dreams, I guess, and following their passions, and nothing important would get done. That would be the curse of my if I ran the world. But that's okay. That's another podcast. If I ran the world,
2 ultimate goals for you, Josh.
what I'd like to do is I'd like to take one of my properties that I've created and sell it across all the different ways I possibly can, whether it's video games. I don't necessarily care about movies. I'm going to be perfectly blunt. I would not say no, but it's not if I never see anything of mine make the big screen, I'll be like, I
Oh, I'd
respect
love
it. I respect
I
I
would
respect the
love that.
genre. I respect the work that goes into making a movie. I've been movie crew on movies before, but it's not my
It's
like
not for you. Yeah.
it's not my thing. So if it happens, great. I'm not gonna say I would be really cool with a cartoon. That would be awesome. I would pop if I got a cartoon. That would make me happy. Right?
I'm gonna get Alexia to draw you.
Uh,
I'm gonna get Alexia to draw you as a cartoon.
right.
Here's Josh.
Yes, that's right. I'm a
I'm
cartoon
gonna send
character.
that to you.
That would be oddly appropriate in some ways. But seriously, they take one of my properties, turn it into something like that. And then the second thing is like turn this podcast into like a rocket ship. Like I said, I broke 1,000 plays downloads on the audio. Like I did that for one week. I did that. Right. And now like I'm still like, so that was like my excessive week. But I remember when my excessive weeks were where I'm currently at in terms of views, plays, downloads. But once I get to that, like I'm now drawing a regular steady audience that's actually really consistently listening to my stuff from all over the world, particularly the United States and Europe. My Canadian audience, ironically enough, isn't that it? Like it's funny. I do a lot of Canadians on my show. Americans dig them more than it's hilarious to me. I don't understand it, but it's hilarious to me. But the thing about that is, that's it. Like those are the two big goals. Like my podcast is slowly becoming it's slowly becoming a platform that a lot more people are coming. That goal is going to happen. But the pipe dream of like, hey, that crazy little story you had about the unicorn that's literally farting out advertisements, we want to make a video game out of that. I'd be like, I win. I win.
That's
I
it.
I win
We
in life.
don't want much, do we, Josh? We do not want much. We're not asking for much, are we?
Well, I don't know. I get paid. I get really paid if it's a AAA game. I get paid really well. So I mean,
No, what I'm saying is, I'm
Yeah.
saying is, our goal isn't so high that we can't reach it. We're not asking for the world. We're not asking for fame and fortune. We're asking for the little things that mean so much for us if it happens.
I'm asking for enough to be like to make a living doing this, but I don't necessarily. Again, it's all possible, but the truth of the matter is, it's about what you're willing to. It's about what you're willing to do for those things too. Like fame only has one purpose: make me more money. Do I really like? Is that worth me not being able to go to the bathroom in peace? Like there are these little things in
Yeah,
life that right.
no,
They're just
exactly. I
not.
wouldn't want. No,
Yeah,
I
no,
wouldn't want
it's
that.
what right, but that's the thing, right? Like you gotta
Yeah.
ask those people think they want fame, but do you really? Do
Do
you
you
really want
really?
it?
Do you really?
Yeah,
Nah.
because the world will give it. Because here's the thing: the world will give it to you.
Mhm.
It's one of those things like the world will give it to you if you ask for it and you are willing to put the work in to do it. But you gotta be willing to do those things. And for all of us, for each and every one of us, being conscious of what we want is so important, right? So, but my pipe dream is like, yeah, let's turn myself into a very popular video game franchise that blows up. That's the thing; it blows up. It's like one of the dumbest games ever. It just blows up, and I'm like, cool. Everybody's playing my game because the words make an impact. But I was like, well, people had fun with my stuff. That's a cool legacy. Like that's a really, really, really cool legacy. And in your case, you're like, I'm the original soap opera mafia queen.
I would say the original, but there's plenty of authors out there that write the same genre. But my legacy is leaving so far 15 books, publishing 15 books, another 2 in the oven, so they're going to come out quite soon. And all the other things I've done through my life that I've achieved stuff, and I've got those titles that you were talking of. And yeah, that's I don't feel like if I left the earth tomorrow, I feel like I've really fulfilled the amount of time I've had on this planet, and I've done and achieved what I never thought I would achieve. And that's freaking awesome when you could say that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, Miss Karina, good luck with your book. I hope it kicks all
Thank
kinds of
you.
ass.
I hope it really will kick ass if people go out and read it. They're gonna love it. They're gonna love it.
And tell your daughter to keep making me feel inadequate. Keep making creative, wonderful things.
Oh, we were just talking about you the other day, actually.
Oh God, what'd you say?
I just said that he admires you so much because of your age and what you've been able to achieve and how talented you are. I said he really admires you.
Did she blush?
She was working, doing something for me at the time, doing a graphic, because she still works for me and I still pay her for all her work. And she's amazing.
Yeah, she is. She is.
She
Tell her I
is.
said hi. And
I
beyond
will.
beyond that, so one more time for everybody, for those that want to find your book, there's the link there. But why don't you do the spiel and how can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, MeWe, on LinkedIn, on Goodreads, on Amazon. You can find me as Karina Kantas. I don't hide under a pen name. And I write everything from erotica to young adult. You can get in touch with me with kgantas at authораssist@gmail.com. Anytime you want to have a chat about anything, or you want to buy the Moby File book for your Kindle, because it will not be on Amazon. You can get it direct from me.
Nice. Repeat your email again so I can type it up.
Kantas. Kantas author assist at gmail.com.
I just did that to see if I can make you laugh. I just because I cracked you up quite a bit in this episode already. So
I love you, Josh. I love you. I love coming on your podcast. I love chatting with you.
Yeah.
I admire you. I think you're awesome. You're so
thank you.
Positive. You make me smile. You make me laugh. You make me feel good about myself. You pick me up, and I think that's awesome. And thank you for allowing me to come on and chat with you again and tell everyone about my new book.
That's right. So this is, we're going to have some fun to wrap this bad boy up here. This is Mob Boss / World Heavyweight Karaoke Champion, finalist, right? Author, singer. Let's see if I get everything. Artist, videographer, book trailer creator, marketer. Am I missing a podcaster? Pull that in so people can see it. Don't. Narrator. See, there we go. There's a lot. Like I said, run-on sentence. You got to do a run-on sentence business card. You really need to do it. That'd be funny. It would be very funny.
Did you say award-winning filmmaker?
I didn't say that. I so there you go.
You see.
Here we go. Award-winning filmmaker. Yeah, there you go. Rock star and stuff. Right. There you go.
I need to get some merch. Yeah,
why not? I got merch, so I mean, you might as well too, right? So, on that note, this is Karina. The book comes out November 8th. So I'm going to do a couple things here just for fun for everybody watching, listening. First off, my sponsors, I want to thank them all. Rodney Fikes, Roadkill Rampage #2 launches in 3 days. Definitely go check them out. Jenna Green's book comes out November 8th as well. She sponsored this. Wiggles the Well-Dressed Wombat. I guarantee you not the same genre at all as Karina's. No mobsters involved, but fashion. Fashion's a very big thing in there. Golem by PD Aliba is out now. You can definitely pick that up. So those are my sponsors. If you want to join the sponsorship and have me sponsor my show and have me run ads throughout the month, contact me there if you guys want more information. My Twitch channel is Just Joshing Podcast. I just hit community. Thank you everybody for that. I'm on my way to becoming an affiliate and I'm very close to my first 100 followers. Hit the like, follow button there. My YouTube channel is Joshua Penteleresco. Hit the like, follow, subscribe there. Ironically, the next video I'm uploading, I'm releasing, and it's literally going to be in about 10 minutes, is my older interview with Karina. It's there and ready to go. For those of you wondering, my YouTube's essentially my resume. I don't advertise it or anything other than that, but I do put up all the episodes you see on Twitch there eventually. So you can definitely come watch that. But to everybody watching and listening, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I will be back. I will be back Tuesday. I'm not sure who my guest is Tuesday, but now that I'm kind of settled for the moment anyway, I will be booking shows longer term again. I won't be going week to week anymore, so I'll have a plethora of guests probably before you know it. Beyond that, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Stay inspired. Keep shining in the dark. And I'll see you guys Tuesday, one way or the other.